Connie's one of our newer members,
Oh,
and she
nice.
created some really cool programs up in the Halliburton area. And I think it's she's taken some time to put something together that we should all enjoy. So, Connie, I know I kind of threatened everybody with 8 minutes, but when we have five or six or seven people, you can go over your 8 minutes. We
Uh, I
won't
think
kick you out.
I think mine's 8 minutes. So we practice this, the share.
Yes, there we go.
Um,
You're doing great so far.
okay. I just have to see if it's on the slide yet.
Yeah. So
Oop, sorry.
no, that's all good. I think
I just can't, for some reason it's,
just, uh, just the next one over slideshow to the right.
yeah, that the keyboard is, okay, there we go.
There we go. Perfect.
Can everyone see that now? Okay.
Yeah.
Love it. Pars and pearls.
Okay.
Yeah, great
So
name. I
before we
love it.
get started, I'd really like you to think about a woman that you've taught. And you know, she has the ability, she has the interest and the means, but for some reason, she's still hesitant to walk out onto that golf course or go to the range. And it's not because she doesn't want to learn, it's because golf felt intimidating or unfamiliar to her. You know, maybe she felt she didn't quite belong yet. So Pars and Pearls was created for that moment. It is a woman-centered golf instruction program, but more importantly, it's a teaching approach that puts confidence, comfort, and connection first. So learning can actually happen. So what I've found is that when women feel safe, supported, and welcome, they don't just enjoy the lesson more, they learn faster, they stay longer, and they grow into confident, capable golfers. So I'm Connie, and I'm the founder of Pars and Pearls. And today I would just like to share with you some of the teaching strategies behind my program and how inclusivity, joy, how being inclusive, having joy and community are intentionally built into all of the lessons. So everything that I'm going to share today flows from one core belief, which is the teaching philosophy kind of behind Pars and Pearls. So women often enter golf with anxiety or that fear of judgment. So I make being inclusive a foundation. I have found that confidence comes before technique, and students learn better when they feel safe and they feel supported. And having fun is really essential. And when women enjoy themselves, they stay engaged and they improve faster. And community is a huge part of Pars and Pearls. Women support each other, not compare. So I do try to avoid jargon and I keep everything really simple. I find skills will progress gradually so that you know, I don't want the student to ever feel overwhelmed. And so my dialogue is always really encouraging because I really feel that small wins matter. And mindset coaching is woven in. So I try to really reframe mistakes, focus on progress, and lower any kind of pressure. So, I really work on those emotional skills that would help the women feel more confident, calm, and focused, and especially when things get kind of challenging. And I always think it's the inner game that supports the outer game. So I follow a predictable structure that builds confidence and also, make people feel really comfortable. So I always start with a mobility and a mindset cue, like, we're here to explore, not to be perfect. Demonstration focuses on one key idea at a time. And I do provide individualized check-ins so every woman feels seen and supported. And I always end up with a fun challenge that kind of reinforces learning without having any pressure. Now, I always start with putting because I really feel that putting is where a woman can gain confidence faster. So that's why I always start here. I feel that success from close range builds their trust then in some developing some more of their abilities. I teach feel and consistency, especially around that personal pre-shot routine. And then I do like my primary drills, like the gate, the ladder, circle. And I really feel that that helps to make improvement really visible to them. And then it's also a lot of fun. So with the full swing, I find that a lot of beginners feel overwhelmed. So I simplify everything. We do look at the grip, the stance, posture, and takeaway, and that's about it. I find that I start with half swings, and that helps the women build control and reduce any tension. I use a lot of analogies and visuals and, like turn your belly button to the fairway, step on the gas, turn your skirt, turn your shirt, anything that might resonate with people. I really think confidence is a secret ingredient. Women will practice best in a warm, encouraging environment. I do incorporate partner and groups drills that really does help to build friendships. And I intentionally avoid any pressure, no comparison, no judgment. I really encourage people to I always say, be gentle on yourself. Golf is a hard game and it takes a lot of practice. And after lessons, we often connect socially. So many women would join Pars and Pearls, not just for golf, but for the community. And I'm really lucky because I belong to a ladies' league here in Haliburton. So that ends up being a lot of the community that I work with. So Pars and Pearls has a growing Instagram presence. And this is where I share maybe some quick tips, some drills. I share affirmations. I do little skits that people really seem to enjoy. And the branding is really warm, it's feminine, and it's encouraging. And I think this really matches my in-person experience. So I really think the social media, what it does is it promotes accessibility. So women who might be hesitant to join a lesson will often engage maybe with the content on social media first. And then it also builds that community where, people can interact, share successes, and encourage others between the lessons. So Pars and Pearls is kind of more than just golf instruction. I see it as encouraging women to feel confident, capable, empowered. Like I told Mark, it's a lifestyle, encouraging women to get out there, walk, swing the club. The teaching strategies I use are really to reduce that pressure, but make golf joyful. And I always say zen. But anyways, that's my little presentation on Pars and Pearls. Thank you so much for listening. I'd love to answer any questions, or feel free to share a moment where you've noticed confidence or lack of it maybe has changed a student's ability to learn.
I just want to say that was excellent, and that's really
Thank
gonna
you.
that's gonna really tie into to my presentation tonight. That was
Awesome.
very well done.
Thank you.
Great job, Connie. The only negative was I was beating myself up on one of my ladies that I teach, and I'm like, I did not make it good and fun for her. And I really missed the boat with her too. And she's a good friend, and she wasn't having fun, and I was. That was the main reason. So I should have saw this last spring, and I would still have a nice golf friend up at the golf course.
Well, I really find people or women maybe are hard on themselves.
Yeah.
And I always say, be gentle on yourself. We're not here to judge. We're here, to learn, have fun. Um, and yeah, I really promote the lifestyle. Like golf, you're out there walking with nature. It's it's good for your mental health. It's good for your physical health. And so I have a lot of senior women. Some have never golfed before. And so I take them out for a game and play with them. And I encourage new, well, I'm not saying beginner golfers anymore. And I think that's something I learned at our last session. I'm trying to say more, a casual golfer or an occasional golfer is what is my clients.
Well, you just keep up the great work. You're doing wonderful.
Yeah,
Okay.
can I just add one question in there, Connie? It's enjoyed your segment. Do you teach in groups, and if so, for women specifically,
Yeah.
what do you find the ratio is that works out for before they start not getting enough attention? Is it, would you say, 2 to 1, 3 to 1, 4 to 1 kind of thing?
Yeah.
Because I have heard that complaint from some other women that I've taught,
So
that coming from another group, the
when
groups are
I
too big.
do the group sessions, there's two of us that do it, and we don't take any more than 8.
Okay, that's
Because I have them work in pairs. I'm a retired nurse. And one of the things that nurses always
yeah.
teach is see one, do one, teach one. So I always have them work in groups and help, like in pairs, and help each other. So they see it, they do it, and then I have them instruct their partner. And
Right.
just little basic, like checking the grip. Is it in the fingers? Where's your weight when you're chipping? Just giving those little cues, and then it helps both
Buddy
people
system. Yeah.
learn.
Okay.
Yeah,
Connie, it's interesting. Jeff and I are probably thinking the same thing, but one of the things that we've taught for years now is that the best way to learn something is to teach it to somebody else. So
yeah,
90% of humans learn by teaching to somebody else. So if you put them in and then put them in a position where they're helping each other, that's brilliant.
Yeah. That's good
thank you.
strategy.
Well, thanks very much for listening.
Yeah, good job. Great job. Well, that was fun.
I might add that I actually have a studio at home, so I have a tee off here at my house. And I have flags set up at 50, 25, 50, and 100 yards. I have a pond here at my home, so women can practice hitting over water because you know how much anxiety that causes. I have downhill, uphill lies here that I can teach people with. And then I have a hedge that they can pitch over and get over my hedge. So
Awesome.
it kind of works out nicely. Yeah, thank you.
Sounds like a road trip, Mark.
Yeah, exactly. Nice to go up to Halliburton, eh?